Hello. Okay, so I hope you can hear me good. If you get on, let me know if you can hear and if everything's okay. So I posted yesterday that I was gonna do, I've had a lot of questions about a hair tutorial. Can you guys hear me okay, those that are on? Is it working? I've never done this before, a live video. Hi! Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make this as quick and as painless as possible. So I washed my hair yesterday, so this is yesterday's hair. So product-wise, what I used on it when it was wet. Oh, good, thank you. Cute stuff. Okay, so I use this this Aveda Volumizing Tonic. So what this does is this goes at your roots, basically all over through the top of the head, where you want the most volume, okay? So, and what that does is it creates a grip to the hair so that when you're blow drying it, it holds it. And I always blow dry my hair in the opposite direction I want it to lay. So like this side, I blow dry all over this side. This side, I blow dry it this way. So then when you're using a volumizing product like that, oh, hey, Amy. That's right, best stuff ever. So it creates grip so that it holds that volume. Then the next product that I put is everywhere. So there's two products in this line. This one's called Thickening Tonic. So this one's one that goes all over the hair when it's wet. So I spray it everywhere. And that actually increases like the diameter of the hair and makes it, the whole overall appearance of the hair feel thicker. So I have really fine hair. So I personally use a lot of products that bulk my hair up because my hair's fine. So if you're somebody who has really coarse, thick hair, you're not gonna need, you can maybe use a volumizing tonic at the root, but you're not gonna need a thickening tonic everywhere else because you've already got that thick hair. And you might wanna do something like more of a smoothing product when it's wet to help smooth it out. So everybody's hair is totally different. And I'm a cosmetologist, so if anybody has questions on what kind of products would be good for them, just let me know and I can help you out for sure. Okay, so to get started, so this is yesterday's hair. So it's already partially curled. I just kind of pinned it off, the top section off because I do always curl my hair in sections just because it's less hair to curl. Also, before I get started, a lot of people ask me about what kind of haircut this is. It is basically a one length haircut with just some texture to it. Like, not a whole lot of layering because with this look, I wanted more bulk like down through here at the ends and not, anytime you layer the hair, you're gonna remove bulk down here, which gets rid of that really full, thick look. So, which is not a bad thing, but people just have asked me what kind of haircut it is and it's super simple. It's basically a one length cut with some texture in it. So to get started, I'm gonna use, to curl my hair today, I use a 1-inch curling iron. You can use a 1-inch to, you can even use a smaller one. Sometimes I use the 1/2 inch and that one works really good too. But the key to using a smaller curling iron instead of a bigger one is you just take bigger sections of hair so that you don't have to do as much work with the curling iron. I'm all about fast. And then I use a flat iron. This flat iron's really gross, by the way, but it's been around for years and years, and if they're not broken, I don't buy a new one. So, we'll get started. And I know a lot of people curl with a flat iron, and I think that's great too. If you curl with the flat iron, that's awesome. I always tell my clients, whatever you feel comfortable with, do it. If you feel better with the flat iron, then curl with the flat iron. I personally feel better curling my hair with a curling iron, so I always use a curling iron. Okay, so I'm gonna do a side part today, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your sections of hair, and there's definitely key points into making it last, or to getting the curl right with a curling iron, and it all is a matter of where you place that curling iron on the hair, okay? And then where you start to roll it, and I'll show you that. So I start at the top, right at the top, and then I roll it around and hold it for a sec, roll it around and hold it, and then I pull it out. So you can see there, like I basically kind of just wrapped it around like one time. So most of my ends there are pretty dang straight. So same thing, grab the next section, right at the top, wrap it around, hold it, wrap it around, hold it, wrap it around, hold it. Now you can see I'm going backwards. So all my curls are rolling away from the face, okay? Which is also important. You can, if you want, throw in some random ones that curl into the face, but everything around the face, you always want it to curl away from the face so that it creates lift. We want to lift the hair instead of like make it look like it's attacking us. Which, by the way, I'm sorry my hands are nasty. I worked till 9 o'clock last night. Sometimes I forget to put gloves on when I'm coloring hair, which is not very smart, but it happens. Okay, wait, I gotta move my plug. Hold on. Okay, so then we grab in the back. I'm just gonna curl those sections. If you have questions, throw them out there. I'll do my best to answer. Like I said, I'm a cosmetologist, so I feel pretty good about answering questions about hair and products. Oh, also I had a couple people ask me what my color is. So basically, it's a all over one color, like a base color that's a level 8, and then highlights. And so again, super, super simple. Nothing too crazy. Okay, so then when I take down this next section, so basically that's just all my underneath section. And when you have shorter hair, you don't have to worry as much about that underneath section and getting it super curly. Okay, so then once I get up to this section, this is where it's more important to really pay attention because the curls make a big difference up here. Okay, so when I back comb, so before I curl, prior to curling, I back comb the hair, okay? So this is, I'm kind of notorious for having huge hair. And I know people, I can't get over it. I can't get over the big hair. Yes, so Allie, I do have products in my hair. When it was wet, I put in the thickening tonic and then the volumizing tonic. These are both Aveda products, and I did talk about these at the beginning of my video. So no, I haven't teased them yet. So I'm going to. That's the crazy part, is my hair, you can see, still has incredibly good volume. One, that's because of the products, and two, this is yesterday's hair that I'm basically touching up, and again, it's lasted and there's still a lot of volume in it because of the products that I put in it, which as I do it, I'll show you some of those products that I use dry. So I'm gonna take that section of hair and hold it straight up. So when you back comb, this is an important thing. So you, instead of holding the hair down here and like back combing up here, you're gonna hold the hair up here, straight up, and you're gonna back comb right at that root, okay? And I back comb like 3 or 4 times, really close in that 1-inch section, and then I spray with the Aveda Air Control Hairspray. Really close, kind of right there. This stuff is my absolute favorite product, and I'm not kidding when I say I cannot do my hair without it. One product that I absolutely cannot do my hair without. So then I kind of follow my all around the back of the head, back comb, spray. The difference in this hairspray compared to a lot is it's really lightweight, and so it doesn't create like a heavy, you know, like stiff filling to the hair. It's super light, so it holds it and it doesn't weigh it down, but then it's also kind of like heat activated, so when you apply heat to it, it kind of hardens a little bit, but then if you run your fingers through it, it's nice and soft again. So again, I've tried like 1,000 different hairsprays and nothing works like that as far as for this technique, okay? So now that I've got that section back combed, now I'll curl. So again, key, up at the root, round it out, and leave those ends out. So you can see I'm not following that curling iron all the way to the bottom of the hair. I am just, thanks, Lene. Is my hair naturally straight, or is it a wave? So my hair's actually really curly. The areas where it's fried, it's gotten pretty straight, but most of my natural hair is pretty curly. So I flat brush it to blow dry it, and it's a big fuzz ball, and then I go through and like flat iron or curl it. This brush is just a fine tooth comb, And you want them, you know, to where these are pretty stiff. The, what are these called? The bristles? To where they're pretty stiff so that when you back comb they don't push around. They're actually pretty stiff so they hold, okay? Yes, I will do a list of all these products when I'm done. The barrel is a 1-inch iron. Okay, so right at the root, wrap it around, leaving those ends out, slide it down just a titch, and then pull it out. And then you can, if you want a little bit straighter curl, you just kind of, as the curl is cooling, then you pull it out. You just kind of pull it out with your hands. Grab your section in the back. So again, like I've said before, you know, pretty much all your curls curling away from your face. And sometimes this is where I always tell clients, you got to get a little bit tricky with like how you're holding the curling iron. Most people, one side will curl good for them, and then the other side they have a hard time with. And that's because, you know, whether you're right or left-handed. So on this right side, basically you can see my barrel is straight up and down, right? Same on this side, straight up and down. Now when you get to the tops, that's where you gotta get a little bit tricky, and you might have to like turn your iron this way because it might be too hard to come at it from underneath. So just get tricky with it and make sure you're always wrapping that curling iron backwards, especially around your face, okay? Right close to that root, wrap it around, hold it, wrap it around, hold it, just like that, okay? Let's see, A sellers, my base color is a level 8, if that helps, and then I just have highlights in there. Sometimes too much product weighs the hair down. Very well can if you're using more oil-based products or cream consistencies. So I mentioned that again in the beginning of my video, so now I'm just taking another section in the back and off to the side. So I use a lot of products that bulk. I hardly ever put any oil products in my hair because my hair is fine. I feel like it does weigh them down. So I don't do that very often. But yeah, you definitely have to be careful to not put too many oils in there. And if you do put oils, focus them on your mid shaft and ends, because if you get them at your root, it'll get greasier faster, and then it can definitely wear the hair down. So all these products that I use do not weigh the hair down. Lene, yes, I always use dry shampoos. And I've always used it the first day I wash my hair, which sounds really weird. And for a lot of people, man, this is hard to answer questions and do my hair at the same time. So dry shampoos, if you put them in the very first day you wash your hair, as your hair starts to get oily, it absorbs the oil. So most people make the mistake of putting them in on day 3 or 4 when the hair is already oily, then it has a harder time absorbing. So if you put them in before, on the very first day you wash, you won't even have to, yes, if you have a local Aveda salon, you can buy them in store, or you can go to the Aveda website and order them online too. This though, this Pure Abundance Potion right here is amazing. And I use this the very first day I wash my hair as well, which works as it again increases diameter of the hair, so it creates bulk and kind of a really dry texture to it. So when you back comb, it holds, it just creates grip to the hair. It also absorbs oil, so it kind of works as a dry shampoo too. So unless I am gonna go like a whole bunch of days without washing my hair, I kind of a lot of times will just only use that Pure Abundance Potion. Okay, so let's see. Favorite dry shampoo, you know, there's a lot of really good ones out there. I will show you 2 that I like. Okay, so this one, of course, is the Vedas Dry Shampoo. Smells really good. This one though, however, is more of a smoothing dry shampoo. So people who have really coarse, thick hair, this one is great for you. Or if you don't like the texture that a lot of dry shampoos can give you, because a lot of dry shampoos will give you a really rough texture and almost feel really stiff. Now, I like that, but if you have really thick hair and coarse, it's not gonna work for you. So this is a great one for thick, coarse hair because it almost smooths and like softens the hair as it absorbs oil, okay? Then this one, if you like a lot of texture, this Kenra volume dry shampoo, oil absorbing. This one's really good. This one, because this one will give you more of that texture and grip to the hair and make it feel a little bit more stiff, which is what I like. That's why, honestly, my hair, like when I do that, it stays, which is kind of gross. And this is only second day hair. It's not like it's super oily, or super dirty. It's just because of all the products that I put in there that create grip to it, okay? So again, pulling those hairs up and back combing right at the root and spraying with the air control hairspray. And work your way around, because again, I'm always back combing before I curl. And I do this too just for the sheer fact that if you go back through after you curl and try to back comb, I feel like a lot of times you mess up all the curls that you just created. Now you can see when I back comb, I literally go right at the root and I'll back comb a few times and then I just push it in really, really tight. So instead of like doing one of those numbers, which most people do, then you have to go back through and like comb it out, I go right at the root and really tight, and that shiz stays all day long. It doesn't budge. And of course too, because of the hairspray, which makes a huge difference. So, and then because I'm doing a side part today, I probably am not gonna back comb too much more here because I tend to tuck it if I'm gonna do a side part. So, okay, so then a curl, we're gonna take that section right here. Okay, here's when you get to the top of the hair, it's natural to want to pull down like this and start curling down here, which is okay, especially if you have long hair, because you're creating a lot of curl through here. But when your hair's short, you really need to move that curling iron up to the root, not down here, because we want to create the curl right up here, okay? You see the difference there? And then wrap around 2 times, and then pull it out. And then you can kind of straighten it. So you can see the key to it is really to not wrap it around too many times, or to make sure you're focusing that curl right up here at the root instead of at the bottom, okay? And in the back, same thing, I hold it straight up, get right close to that root. Can you guys hear my dog down there? Doing some heavy breathing and who knows what. He's mad I'm not sitting on the floor where I usually am. Okay, front part. Again, easy to come down here and do this, which is you're gonna get the curl right here instead of up here. So in order to get it up at the root, start right at the top, wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around, and pull it out. So you can see right where my curling iron was and where the wave was created, okay? Yes, and I do curl the bottom layer of my hair, and sometimes I don't do it like I'll just kind of grab a couple pieces. Because where my hair's a little bit shorter, down here, it just needs a very small wave to it. It doesn't need a whole lot of curl to it because it's the underneath. And because I want it straighter down here, so you don't need a lot down there. Okay, so then once I get to this front part, now I'm gonna start with this section. And I know it's kind of gross, but I don't brush my hair at night. So I basically, that's how I keep I come home and I might brush the ends a tiny bit. What?
I forgot to pack last night.
Oh, I'll get you packed today. Okay? Don't worry about it. Sorry. So, which I am going to go out of town just for the weekend. I'll be here till tomorrow morning. So, if any of you send me messages and I don't get back to you, I promise I will by Tuesday. So I'm just going to flat iron these ends first right here because it's the back pieces and it's easier for me to get to them there. Okay, so back comb, spray. See how I'm holding up at the root where naturally you'll want to come down here? No, don't do that. Right up here. to create that big lifted texture right at the root. Oh, so I was saying, I don't brush my hair at night. I just kind of will maybe softly comb through the ends, but I don't brush the roots because then I just kind of keep that back combing in, which makes it really easy to then touch it up the next day. Okay, so I'm parting my hair this way. So I'm going to take this section of hair and back comb underneath. Again, back combing straight up and down, not like this. Because if I go under here, it pulls it flat here and creates bulk here. So to get that lift at the roots, you're going to hold it straight up and back comb right under at that root and spray. Okay. Then I'll take that section, again, up here, not down here, up here. Wrap it around just a couple times, leaving those ends completely out. And the first day that I do this, like today, it's already okay. Let's see, how many days do you go between washing? So I go usually no more than 3 days without washing my hair. Mostly because when I go to the gym and I sweat, so bad that I have to wash my hair. Those days, like, dry shampoo doesn't save it, so I have to wash it. So, I mean, and that's a personal thing. If you don't work out or you don't sweat very bad, then by all means go as many days as you possibly can. But this is Hot Tools. And I do recommend if you're using a Hot Tools or a professional brand iron, make sure your heat's turned down. So like this one goes to 450 and I have it turned on like 375. So turn it down, especially if you're blonde, because you will fry your hair. Okay, so this piece up here, I know I'm like a broken record, but this is what makes all the difference when you curl your hair. Natural to want to pull down here and start your curl, okay? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start way up here at the root and curl right under at the root, lifting that hair up, okay? And I was saying the first day that you do this, your ends might not be as straight as mine, so you might have to go through, if your hair's frizzy and curly like mine, after or prior to curling them, you might go through and flat iron your ends just a tiny bit. Okay, so now this front part. This is where, in order to get that lift right in the front, this is kind of important. So I'm parting this way, okay? So I'm gonna take this piece here. Cute stuff. I use a purple shampoo, Pravana purple shampoo, maybe once every couple washes to help with brassiness. Okay, so I take this section and I'm pulling it this way, and I take my flat iron right at the root and just put some heat on it. Okay, can you see how that kind of hardens up right there? The reason it does that is because of the air control hairspray, because I have that in there from yesterday. And then look, when I run my fingers through it, it's soft again. Like, it's not like a crunchy, stiff, pull your hair out, hold. Okay, so again, I'm part my hair this way, so I'm going this way with my flat iron, right at the root, just right at the root to create lift here, okay? So then I let those kind of cool, and then I'll take wherever I'm gonna part it, just like that. And then I kind of work through with my fingernails, like some of my back combing, so I don't have any. Yes, thanks for watching. What kind of hairspray is that? A Veda Air Control. And I have, if you rewatch the video from the beginning, which I'm hoping I will be able to save it, so that you can rewatch from the beginning. But if not, I will I'll post all these products. We'll get that later. Okay, so now in the front, so I don't like the front part here as curly as I like everything else. Like, even though it's not super curly, I still don't love the front to be as curled. But I'm holding that hair before I curl this section. I'm holding that hair straight up and getting right underneath my root. See that? And then round it, hold, and then pull that out. And this one, right in the bang area, this one I don't go quite as close to the root because I like this one a little bit straighter. So I just go down here and barely put like half a bend in it. Just real, well, maybe a little more than that. Just real subtle. Good, yes, I hope you guys are able to rewatch this. Because I've done a couple of those videos and I have been really scared to do a live video because they really are super awkward, like standing here talking to my phone. But this is cool that I can talk to you guys and see your comments back. So that's awesome. But it's hard to really explain when I have to speed them up what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and what's important. Okay, so you can see that, like, because of that back combing and because of this air control hairspray, it creates, and then of course, like I said, the wet products that I use, it creates so much texture and lift to the hair without, you don't, like most of the time you do that and it doesn't stay. Like, but mine, I mean, it helps too that it's a little bit damaged from bleaching it, but. Okay, so yeah, and then that's about it. The last thing that I do once I've, feel like but like I said, if indeed you get done and you're like, oh, my ends are a little too curly, you can always take your flat iron and just straighten those out a little bit. Like, and with mine, you've seen my hair when I started. That was, yesterday's hair. And I'm pretty sure I'm a crazy sleeper. So but when you put all these good products in there, it stays and it lasts, which is amazing. So then the last thing that I finish it off with is Vedas Fermata hairspray, which is a strong hold. And it's a wet hairspray. So I like wet hairsprays because they kind of clump the hair together and create some definition and separation with holding it instead of like aerosol hairspray is okay. And if you like those, then I say great, use them. But they tend to, for me, when I spray my whole hair with like a strong hold aerosol, I feel like when it falls, it all falls together in kind of more of a helmet where, this creates a lot more pieciness and separation when it holds. No, you cannot buy, I'm pretty sure you can't buy a Veda on Amazon. I mean, you could look, but if you do, I would be careful because because a Veda is pretty exclusive to the salons that carry it. So most of the time you probably want to order it online through Aveda or go to check out your local Aveda salon. And I think if you just get online, here's my nerdy daughter. Okay, give me a minute. I think if you get online, then you can order, pretty much all these online. So like the salon that I work at is, it's a lifestyle salon, so we're exclusive to Aveda products. And Aveda, a lot of people maybe don't know about it because it is so exclusive, but it's an all natural line. And when I say natural, I mean natural. Like it's not like like they follow the cradle to cradle laws. So everything's, even our hair color, everything is 98% plant derived. So, oh, Madison, you're so cute. Lene says hi, Finner.
Hi.
Yeah. So yes, I would recommend definitely purchasing either through Aveda online or going to your local store, because if it's sold anywhere else, who knows where it came from or if it's been, altered in any way, because they are very exclusive to their salons or retail stores that they sell to. So, okay, thanks for brushing my shirt.
I'm brushing.
Get out of here. Okay, so hopefully I got that done, and that wasn't too bad. 45 minutes?
I did all my chores.
With talking through it? Oh, good job. Thank you. Did you go do the dishes?
Yeah.
Good.
I just don't know.
So again, I'm going to kind of hold these products up.
I don't know where to put the pans.
So these three are the ones that I use always when it's dry. And the Pure Abundance Potion I didn't put in today. I'll kind of show you though what it does because I did use it yesterday and it's definitely something that you don't need a ton of. But basically it's a powder. You see that? And then when it hits the head, the heat makes it melt into a liquid. And I just will go through and sprinkle it all over. And it creates that texture to the hair and that grip, also absorbing oil, which I talked about through the video. If you're a cosmetologist, they now offer a professional discount. Oh, that's great. I did not know that. So that's awesome. Live, love yoga. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see. Any other questions before I end this video? Thanks for watching. This was great. Hopefully I got some questions answered and maybe a little bit more informative than some of my other videos. Also, if you guys have any recommendations of any other videos that you'd like me to do, or if you want me to do more lives like doing makeup or whatever, I'd be happy to do any of those. My hair texture is fine, very fine. That's why, so I use a lot of bulking products. If your hair's coarser, at the end when I go through and spray hairspray, you could use an oil instead of a hairspray to separate and define. Again, I just don't use those because my hair is fine, so it weighs it down. So I don't use oils very often at all on my hair. So, yeah, that one's done. Okay, well, send me a DM if you have any questions. I will do a post after. Thank you, Jamie. I will do a post. I'll do a post about all these products after so that you know what you get. And probably most of these Aveda products I will include in my favorite things giveaway. So hang in there with me. Oh, Brittany says hi. Thanks, Britt.
Hi. Wait, which one?
Your Aunt Brittany.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I will do I'm going to put those in my giveaway. So stay tuned for that, and I will get that going. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Okay, let's see how I end this.
You push end.
But then
But then what?
let's hope it saves.